What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Powerful Relationships, aka Mind Body Attraction. Now, I'll still call it Powerful Relationships because a lot of you guys are still transitioning, I guess. Really, I changed the name over to Mind Body Attraction because it's more along with my goals for the channel and life and stuff like that. And if I feel like I should be teaching this stuff the right way, in my own opinion. Plus, I can do whatever the fuck I want to. So, and in this video on the docket for today, before I get to that, join the email list and follow me on all the Instagram, all the social media stuff. Okay, guys? Now, in this video, we're going to talk about something that I really wanted to make a video about long ago, and I found the right words for this one. Okay, so if your ex is hot and cold, do this. That's the title. All right. And the reason I really wanted to make this video was because I have dealt with this before. I have been in this exact same situation, and I know exactly what to do to stop it from getting worse and stop your heart from getting completely stomped on, and prevent the, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I completely want to stop you from having to go through that. Okay. I don't want you to have to go through the hot and cold. So you know exactly what to do when you hit this situation in your breakup or relationship or whatever, in case they go hot and cold, kind of when you start dating and stuff like that. The first thing you got to know is when someone breaks up with you, they're only really halfway sure that they would even want to break up with you in the first place. Okay. Now, nobody's ever 100% sure, because they've invested a lot in you. And when you invest in something, you believed in it once. Okay. So they want to believe that everything could go back to the way it was, but sometimes there's still pain that was caused from when you guys were in the relationship together. Okay. And they don't want to just run back into that. So that's why they're a little hot and cold, because obviously they're still dealing with the hurt of the breakup, right? They're still dealing with, not being around you just as much as you are them. It just hurts you more because you either didn't see it coming, or, you know, whenever you're the dumpy, it hurts more because it's more shocking, and you don't really, you know, you might have seen it coming, but it still hurts to have that separation from your partner, knowing that they don't really want to be with you anymore. So when you feel them doing this hot and cold stuff, like say they text you, they'll probably text you saying something like I miss you or whatever. Now, what you're going to do in this situation is you're most likely going to break no contact, and then you're going to say hi, how are you, and all that, and then out of nowhere they go cold again. Okay. Now, if this happens once, because sometimes they'll reach out and maybe they do want to get back together with you. Okay. This is kind of a tricky situation. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is, yes, you can respond once, but if they respond once and then go cold with you again, okay, because they will say, I miss you, or I miss the way that we used to blah, blah, blah. And then you're going to most likely assume that they want to see you again, right? So what I want you guys to do is, if they go cold on you again for the second time, I want you to not say anything to them at all unless it's a lot closer to them coming back to you. Okay. Maybe along the lines of, I would like to see you. I miss you. I think we should maybe rethink getting back together. Now, when you reach this situation in this position, just remember, they left you once. So I want you to protect your heart a little bit, and keep working on yourself, like I always preach, because when you become stronger and when you become a better version of yourself, you're not really going to want to put up with this kind of shit. Okay. And sometimes some relationships, you know, the reset button gets hit, and then they have to spend some time away from each other, and they come back and things are a little bit better. But for the most part, honestly, if I were to ever deal with this, I wouldn't want to be with somebody who left me. Okay. I would just go look for somebody else who's more like, I'm not going to say that I never make mistakes, but I want to be with somebody who's a little bit more patient, right? Who can at least tell me when maybe, you know, things are going a little bit weird for them, instead of just breaking it off. That's just my personal opinion. I know my worth. I know my value. So if somebody doesn't want to be with me, go ahead, go walk away. That's the attitude I gotta have, and that's the attitude I have, and that's the attitude you guys have to have. Okay, so if they go hot and cold, again, when they're hot and they keep messaging you and keep saying that, and you break the contact, which I don't blame you guys for, and then they go cold again, you don't want to go through that a second time, because when you start no contact, the first week, first 2 weeks, it's so hard. I don't want you guys to have to go through that twice. Okay, so make sure that they are really intent on seeing you and really intent on wanting to get back together with you. And how you do that is when they message you, see if they want to get together with you, and make it like, kind of try to make it a date if you guys can. And the thing is, there's some bitter people out there who if they get broken up with, they're angry and they're like, oh my God, she just fucking kick him to the curb, blah, blah, blah. No, sometimes when you're with somebody for 5 to 10 years and they see, this is what happens with bitter people. They don't think that they can do anything wrong. And then sometimes something happens and then the other person really does just want time apart. Sometimes, yeah, they are seeing somebody else, but all I see a breakup as is a reset button, and you guys got to go back to dating again if you want to still see that person. And if you don't, fine, walk away, go find someone else, kick them to the curb. That's up to you. I'm just telling you how to not get hurt, okay? And if you feel like going back to this person is the best option for you, if they're mature enough to talk about the problems, go talk to them. But at the same time, if they're immature and they're giving you the runaround, and oh, another thing, sometimes they will actually keep you around as they're seeing somebody else, and that's going to be tough for you to see, because they will be hot and cold all the time. But again, if you just follow what I just told you, if they keep texting you, don't say anything, do not respond, especially if they've done it so say, I'll give you a scenario or an example. Say I'm going through a breakup, right, and my ex-girlfriend texts me saying, hey, how are you? In my personal opinion, I would not actually say anything in that situation. I just move on. I would move on with my day, right? But then another text would probably come in, and it would be along the lines of like, "Hey, I miss you. Maybe this was a mistake." That is hot and cold. Hot behavior, right? They're trying to kind of come back and see what you're doing, and I would say, okay, let's see each other then. Let's hang out. Let's see what's going on. And then if she went cold again after that, because now they got the validation, now they got their ego stroked a little bit, you know what I mean? Now, and then as soon as she goes cold again and then it goes hot again, I would not answer ever. Probably for like, I probably wouldn't answer anything for like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. Because again, I know my worth and I know my value, okay? And I know that there's plenty of women out there who would date me. So I know that. And if they're going to treat me like that, I'm not going to stand for it. But if I've invested in somebody and I've put time into them, I'm not just going to let it go right away, but I'm also not going to let somebody walk all over me. You guys understand what I'm saying? So if this happens to you, oh, and so let me continue. I got lost there. So when they message me, if she would have messaged me again, I wouldn't answer, and then give it some time. She'll probably keep messaging you, and she might go cold again. See, if they're seeing somebody else and things aren't going so well with that person, they'll keep messaging you. It's kind of like an instinct to text the ex again and see what's going on, because people just want to be loved, I guess. I don't fucking know. People are just afraid to be alone. So that's it for this video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up, email me at kyle@powerfulrelationships.co if you have any questions. Don't hesitate to Instagram DM me, and head over to the email list and sign up there, okay? And then you guys get my book for free. I'll also probably come out with a course you guys get for free. Whoever's in my email list now, I haven't even emailed you guys yet, so I will be doing that very, very soon. And if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. Take it easy. Done.